Hey guys, welcome to the Chatter After. In this video, we are fan casting the DC Universe. If you're seeing this message, that means this is a highlight, an edit of a previous live stream. The live stream you can go watch right now here on the channel in the little thing above my head and in the description down below. So what's going on here in these highlights is we're taking one character, one specific character that we are highlighting, right? We're showcasing the fan cast, the process that went into that, and you, the viewer, along with Jamie and Trevon, are voting on who had the best picks. The ones making those picks are myself, Didge, Joel, and AJ, who couldn't make it, but he did submit his list, and I've been reading it off as we go. We're gonna jump right into it, show already in progress, and talk about these characters and our fan castings for them in James Gunn's DC Universe. Thanks for watching. Now, I left this open to interpretation.
Okay.
This can be Barry Allen, this can be Wally West, I don't care. Whoever you want to be the Flash, that's who you guys fan cast. Joel, you're gonna start us off.
Wait a minute. You sure you don't care? Now you guys won't care if they start off straight with Wally. Y'all won't care. Y'all will be mad.
I mean, I left it open for them to choose.
Oh,
I wouldn't care.
Okay.
I wouldn't really care either, but that depends. Depends how it's explained.
They were like, Barry's dead.
I'm open-minded about it.
They want to like Barry's dead, Wally's here. How would you feel?
If they give me the story where Barry died, like in the movie dies, and then they pass on the same movie, I could.
No, I mean he already did when the movie started.
Like we just never.
We never see Barry. There's a statue of him in Central City.
Flashbacks, they're just flashbacks.
That'd be kind of wild.
That would be wild. That'd be crazy, especially to start out a universe. But all right, we'll see.
We're starting out a universe with Damian Wayne as Robin.
Yeah, this is a lived-in universe. Flash could be dead.
That's true. I mean,
Barry could be dead.
There was never a Robin. You know, Batman could be younger.
Would you stop it, dude?
No.
I hate this universe you're pitching. It's making me hate all of your subsequent picks.
Look, man, I just need to win. I'm very competitive.
I think I'll let Austin go, man.
3 picks ago. Joel, who's your Flash? And which version of the Flash are they playing?
Now, I chose him specifically to be versatile because I think this actor is versatile. We can play it either Barry Allen or Wally West. But honestly, when you see him, your first thing you're going to think is Wally West because you guys, it's a visual medium. What do you expect? Yeah, the way he looks more like a Wally than a Barry. But I think he could be either one if it really came down to it. So I went with Cameron Monaghan. Yes, I really think he could be. I think he's I think he's a guy on the rise. He's a great actor. Obviously, we've seen it in even the TV show like Gotham, where he was playing a version of the Joker, which was fucking weird. But at the end of the day, he was great in that show. He was great in the Star Wars video games. It's Cal Kestis.
And Shameless.
Oh, he was amazing in Shameless. Ian.
Perfection.
I loved him in that show. That show was great in general, but he was one of the better characters in it. So I think he's a good actor. I wouldn't mind seeing him take on the role of Flash.
Oh, Leo said for reverse.
Oh no, not reverse. Reverse. So
he could do that. He could do that too.
I can see it.
He could do it.
I like my reverse holder.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gyllenhaal.
I wouldn't be opposed to that.
No.
Cliff in the chat says, I'm with Leo. He's good at playing evil.
He's also good at playing good.
He is very good at playing good. Star Wars has taught us that.
Yeah. But now he's kind of tipping into evil a little bit, so.
He did evil. Started. He was good, bad.
He did start going a little evil in Star Wars. Well, honestly, it's not a bad pick, but I want him to do more Star Wars stuff. So let's.
You could do both.
James Gunn's trying to monopolize all these actors' time, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He could do Cal Kestis and the Flash. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, just a little motion capture, a little voice. Then he could be over here. Another motion capture.
Oh, we still got to figure out what they're doing. Once they figure it out completely, then. You worry about Cal Kestis. There's a lot of people they got to worry about before Cal.
No, man.
Unfortunately.
I mean, no.
Don't pay attention to anything Didge says when it's not his pick. I think we're deep enough in the show to realize.
No, I did say I think it's a good pick. I did say that. I do think you said for either. Obviously, Wally would be the choice for sure. I think if you go with him, but Reverse
Really?
Flash also, I think it's a no-brainer. And I don't think it's just because of the look. I think just in some of the roles, I also think they may just want to go with Wally just because we just got Barry, and obviously we saw how Flash did. But
Yeah.
just to sort of, freshen things up and try to have you look at Flash, not necessarily Barry.
Right.
So I do think it's a decent pick, but in terms of the competition, no, man, he has to do Star Wars.
Okay. Well, Didge disqualified.
Again, reiterate Didge's points.
Oh, I gave a lot of meaningful points.
And then you always follow him up with, for competition's sake, no. No, but yeah, I like this pick. You're right. Visually, the hair, you just think of Wally West. But if he dyes it, goes blonde. We haven't actually had a blonde Barry.
Have you ever seen him with a different hair color?
Yes, I've seen him black.
Yeah. Have you? I've never seen. I just thought about that. I've never seen him with different hair color.
Yeah, he's had black hair. I've seen him with black hair before.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I'm about to Google
weird.
it.
Yeah, I've seen him with in Gotham. I think it's like purple, some shit. It's weird.
Oh well, I mean like actual natural hair color. Yeah, I've seen like that.
I think I remember seeing him in black. I forgot what.
Hair says Wally, but his vibes feel like Barry to me. So I think if they were to cast him, I would want him to be Barry Allen. He could almost pass as an amalgam a little bit, kind of like what Grant Gustin did, a little bit of what Ezra Miller did, where it's like it's neither really truly Barry or Wally. It's kind of a combination of both to make the Flash. And I think he can pull it off perfectly fine. So yeah, I like this pick.
I dig it. Obviously.
I'm conflicted. Because I think, like, I don't know, the hair does scream Wally. I'm thinking about, like, really my relationship with him as far as acting is concerned is through Jedi Survivor. Outside of that, I haven't seen anything that he's been in.
Shameless.
Oh, weird.
Look, I went back to Gotham just because I saw what they were doing with him, and then after he got done, I left. So I was like, oh. So to be honest,
he was some of the best
hair is
wild. It was amazing,
right? Yeah, right.
Yeah, this is wild.
It's dark. You're like, oh.
And that I think that doesn't help. Like and
he's pale,
like jet black, and he's like you said.
Pale. It's different. It's weird. He obviously has light features for a reason.
Yeah,
dark hair don't fit.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Shameless, Terry. Why does it not work on you? It works with every other time, but when it comes to Fancast,
listen, I love him, but I just don't know about Flash. I can't see it.
Back.
Me is yeah. I'm in the same boat.
Well, Jamie has them.
I'm gonna just put.
I've seen him do a Joker, so it's kind of hard for me to. I was like, I've seen him do Joker. It's like I don't know.
Being versatile is not a bad thing.
Geekly brings up a good point here. The best move is to combine them. Many of us had different versions of the Flash we grew up with. Yeah, that is.
Wally.
I think that's tough though because how you're gonna give them one of the two names. So if you do. Oh, you're saying just have both of them in there.
I'm saying you can do both. You don't necessarily have to have one or the other.
I was going to say, if you're talking about like just combine the personality so you get a feeling of it, I think that's why this Barry lost some people is because he was so goofy and light. He had the personality of like a Wally almost.
He did.
What about Jason Todd?
He's trying to figure out where to put Cameron Monaghan.
Flash. What is that?
I can't see it.
What's so hard?
I need a sadistic role.
So no, you don't need.
He's 29 years old. I mean, if he plays a little younger, he probably could be Jason Todd. Honestly, I think that could work.
I don't see Jason Todd just because he did Joker. It's a weird flex.
I can't. I don't know. He played, the way he played in Shameless as well too. He played very. When he was off his meds.
Bipolar.
I know.
Two different versions.
I know. I feel like he plays that well. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know.
Geekly Goods brings up a popular fan cast that's been going around. Lucas Till. What are you guys' thoughts on that?
That was Havoc in the first class, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Thank you for saying that because I was about to look him up. I was like, I
got
remember
you.
that name. I was like, I remember that name.
I got you.
Okay.
Yeah. No, that's not a bad choice.
Yeah.
I think he can do it. Very
wouldn't mind
stereotypical Barry Allen.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind finally having a blonde Barry. It's like they're avoiding it.
Yeah, I hate the typecasting too. I just can't see Flash. I can't.
Ray Harper would also be a good role for Cameron. I love how we completely left the Flash. We're just like, what do we need to do to get Cameron himself?
And it's not the Flash. Like I don't. What happened here?
But Cliff brings up an interesting idea. He has a feeling that they'll pull a Young Justice, and one of those speedsters will be trapped in the Speed Force. I feel like since James Gunn is talking about how this universe, we're jumping into it. We're not starting from the beginning. Very, very well could be in the Speed Force. I think that can make sense.
Yeah.
Stuck in the Speed Force, to answer your question, Isak. But yeah, Jamie had to step away, but she said, Trevon, you have all of the power.
Oh, yikes.
I like that.
So that's just our first Flash. So by default, that's number one. Didge, who are you casting as the Flash? And which version of the Flash are they playing?
So, like I was saying earlier, I think that they are going to go Wally just because of wanting to keep the Flash as a name, but sort of kind of distance from Barry, at least initially. So that way, if it is a situation like where Barry's trapped in the Speed Force or whatever, you can still have a Flash there. And so with that in mind, I chose Joe Keery just because of a lot of the Steve just from Stranger Things. His mannerisms there are very lighthearted, very funny, very kind of wacky, I guess, however you want to put it. And I think a lot of that lends itself to a Wally West.
I like Joe. I don't know if I see him as Wally West personally.
Fair.
Yeah. Wally's an interesting character because one of the most popular versions of Wally West is again that amalgamation from Justice League Unlimited, where he is half Wally, half Barry.
Yeah.
So trying to place actors in both of those roles, because Grant Gustin famously is also playing half Wally, half Barry. Yeah. But trying to figure out what a new interpretation that is strictly Wally West or Barry Allen, it's always going to be kind of hard for me to parse the two, because in media it's never really been that way. Right. But I like Joe as an actor. I think he can pull it off. He's just not the name that immediately jumps out to me. But yeah, I can see it. I think this could work.
I immediately leaned into, like I said, the more goofy. That's where my mind went with this.
Gotcha. Joel, thoughts?
I like Joe a lot. And Flash as a character, I think, is already kind of pinholed as like the more comedic character of the team, because they kind of need that you need that different character from the rest. And Barry is very like the rest of them. Naturally, like, usually, he's not as funny as Wally, who is it's literally a spark plug. It's like he's constantly moving a mile a minute. He's always snapping jokes. He's more like the Spider-Man-esque character than Barry Allen, who's very much vanilla before they amalgamated him. You know what I mean? Right. Joe, for a while, I could see it. I mean, I like Joe. It could work. I'm not against that at all. But I think the Flash can be played by a lot of different actors, in my opinion. But I'm not against it at all. No, I guess that's fine. It's a decent, good pick.
Geekly Goods in the comments says, can't see Joe as Wally, but definitely deserves a role somewhere. Then adds, maybe Kyle Rayner?
Nah, Kyle's mixed. We got to keep it mixed.
Fair.
Yeah.
I do think we're going to see Kyle, though, very soon.
I mean, I never thought I'd see Guy, so why not?
Right. Yeah. Like, once you introduce a Guy, I feel like all the Lanterns are going to just show up at some point now.
It's just a weird choice. I don't know how you explain that many Human Lanterns. I never could understand it in the comic books. I don't know how the movies would ever do it, but whatever. We'll see.
Yeah. Trevon, you have all of the power. What are your thoughts? Keery, Wally West.
I don't know much. I don't know like anything about this guy. I don't watch that Stranger Thing mess y'all watch. I don't watch that. So,
Wow,
This is wild.
I don't like it. Anyway, so yeah, I don't watch that. So I mean, he's cute, whatever. Sure. I don't know. I seen like
He's great.
what I was doing when I muted. I was watching like a quick like cut of all the scenes he wasn't Free Guy because I remember he was in there. So I watched that. I don't see it. I don't know. I don't know what he could be. I don't know. Good luck. I don't know. I can't. I don't know nothing about this guy. I don't
Jamie
like
off the bench is saying he was in a Taco Bell commercial. Maybe that'll help you. Matt, you know what? He almost got kicked out. I swear to God, like it's one thing not to watch it, but mess was almost a push too far.
Look, I tried watching it. I got real bored real fast. I was like, yep, all right.
This shouldn't count. He hasn't watched it.
Sure. He doesn't know him at all.
This can happen though with these characters, right? They can pick somebody unknown, right?
Yeah.
I have not been sold on him.
I'm saying for the
He's
vote
unknown
part.
to me.
I'm talking about for the vote part.
So
the judge doesn't know the actor. It works.
That doesn't work.
Welcome to the chaos.
I bring the energy. Yeah,
all the energy.
I have fun with this. I'm having fun. But yeah, I just don't. I mean, he's cool. I don't know. Good luck.
I will be putting in an appeal for protest.
And if once Jamie's available, we'll run back. We'll see if she can change things. But
I mean,
Trevon has the power.
About a commercial. I mean, that's all she must know about him too. So, good luck.
I will be competing the rest under duress. All of this will be.
We're gonna go to AJ's pick again. He's not here, but he did send it in. So he went a little bit older than everybody else.
A little bit.
Wait, hold on for a second. Who pick was that anyway?
Mine.
Oh, okay.
Think I would have been doing this all in duress otherwise.
Okay. Stranger Things boy. Okay.
Oh my
no, that's gonna be. There's so many boys in that show, man.
Oh my
it's gonna be so confusing.
Not for him. He only knows one boy.
If y'all pick, well, I know the Power Ranger, Red Power Ranger, but if you picked him, I don't know. I might have chose him over anybody.
I like him too.
Let's be honest.
Not for
Daiquiri may have been. I think I would have been a little bit more on board with that one. With
Red Hood for Dacre.
I can see that.
That's how you pronounce his name. It's not Decree.
No, it's Dacre.
It's Dacre.
Did not know that. I thought it was Decree the entire time.
No, it's Dacre.
I literally just said it that way. Anyway, AJ's pick is Matt Bomber, which 10 years ago I would have been all for this.
Wait, I thought he switched it.
He changed the name because he spelled it right. He said Bomber.
Oh, okay.
It's Bomer. Like
I corrected it because I love this guy.
Yeah, he's great.
But not for Flash.
Right, he's a great voice for the Flash. Let's be real. He doesn't
reverse would be interesting.
He also said Jonathan Bailey from Bridgerton if he were to go younger.
Jonathan Bailey.
Okay, maybe that's what I had saw.
Yeah, I'll pull up a picture.
I like him too, but I can't. Still not Flash. I don't know.
I assume these are Wally West. Excuse me, Barry Allen's for.
See, the problem for me, I've seen Grant Gustin do it for a very long time, so you gotta work for this.
I mean, we've had two different Barry. I've had three in my lifetime, so it's like
I've had one pretty much.
that's why for me it's very much. I just at this point I want someone that looks a little different because they all, except for Ezra, who's like had much darker features than I'm used to for a Flash, and not like personality. I mean, like literally, it's jet black hair, and dark eyes. It's like, oh, that was completely different than I'm used to for Flash. But I want to finally go. If they go blonde or red, give me something different. Just to offset all the black hair or brown hair.
I had think Matt Bomer. Now I will write his name because I know him, love him. And what was the other one?
The other one was Jonathan Bailey.
He's bringing it up, right?
Yeah. Give me a sec. I'm fast, but I'm not as fast as the Flash.
I don't know.
Here's your new image.
I don't know him, yeah.
Well, I've seen Bridgerton.
Another more dark features. I don't know dark features.
You're gonna hate my pick.
I don't know. I can't.
No.
I can't still. Flash. They don't fit. I don't know. I don't know. Not for me.
I think a lot of guys can actually play the Flash. It's just a matter of what are you looking for, right?
Yeah.
You know.
That's again kind of the issue of the amalgamation and which Flash are you going with? Because if you're going true Barry Allen and true Wally West, those are very different characters. But if we're going with what they've been doing for the last 20 years by kind of mashing them together, that's another character, you know? So
right.
Matt Bomer, like based off of White Collar, would be a very interesting Bruce Wayne to me.
Well, Matt Bomer could do almost anything. That's why.
Well, yeah, and then in American Horror Story, he was. Ooh, he was off it.
Yeah.
So
and he's really good as fucking Negative Man, in Doom Patrol. I think he's great. And he's mostly a voice actor. But even though any way they're trying to find a way to bring his face out, they will. But he's great. He's great.
Yeah. I like him. I just think he's a little too old.
He's 45. Yeah. A little stretch.
Okay. He's just way too old. Jonathan, though, I don't see it.
Unless it is Barry and they want to stick with him dying in the beginning. You know what I mean?
Oh, no. You can't kill Matt Bomer now. Hold on.
I'm just saying. If you're going to go that old.
I got to meet him first. Okay. All right. but yeah. I don't know. I can't see. I don't know. Is Jamie still in the comments? I can't. I don't know what she thinks about these two. I don't know. I can't see him as Flash.
We'll circle back if you.
This is going to be a real hard to pick a good one out of this list. I don't know.
Come on.
Let's see what Mike. See what you got, Mike.
All right.
That might be the deep. That might make me pick. To be honest, I'm gonna lie. So.
I went a completely different direction from everybody.
Okay.
I went purely Wally West.
Okay.
I love Wally West. Jamie says she's mixed. By the way, she's in the private chat, which is fair. I went Wally West because I think it was Joel earlier who mentioned that they might want to go away from Barry. We've had Barry quite a bit, quite often. This movie just bombed. So
not the reason.
Barry's not the reason that it bombed. No. But having 9 seasons of The Flash on the CW, which a lot of people reference as like the definitive live action version of The Flash, also a show that didn't really feature Wally West that much. So you can still like explore a lot of ground with that character. I think for me, Wally makes a lot of sense, especially again, me just thinking about the greater universe. If the Bat Family exists, Wally West probably already exists. I don't know. That was just my logic going into it.
I like that thought process and the whole dynamic of like, I was a Titan and now I'm a member of the league. Like that dichotomy of like, I'm with the big leagues, but I love my friends. You know, like it's one of those things. You can play with that, and I think that'd be interesting. Yeah,
and it'd be again completely different from what 9 seasons of the Flash show did, what this movie did, what the 90s show did. It'd be a completely fresh take. Kind of like Spider-Verse, right?
Yeah.
Out of all the Spider-Man movies, Miles gets one. It's completely different, refreshing, great stuff.
Right.
Funny enough, I was really thinking of who I wanted to play Wally, who captured that energy. And I went back to this movie. You guys may know it. It's called Dope. And ironically, Miles Morales needs to play Wally West. Shameik Moore is my choice for Wally or Wallace. I don't care.
Well, 2 different characters now.
Yeah, for the sake of simplicity, if you wanted to make Wally black, that's fine. That's my point. I really don't care.
Okay.
But
it's done.
Yeah. So I think Shameik brings that fun-loving, kind of wisecracking energy to the role. He can do that. He can also go more serious. The thing about Wally is people highlight the jokey aspect because that is what differentiates him from Barry. But as he matures and gets older, he grows into that role of the Flash, and he does become a little bit more serious. And I think Shameik is at that age where he's not too old, where he can kind of play around with that. He can play a little bit younger, and he can develop that character of the Flash, especially if you pair him up with Again, I'm fan casting a Justice League right now, so I'm trying to figure out what piece fits with Superman, my Batman, my Wonder Woman, and my Green Lanterns. That's the thing. You need a Flash that goes with Green Lantern, and whoever you pick has to have chemistry with them. So I think Shameik Moore down the line with both of my Green Lanterns can have some really fun chemistry and dynamics there. And yeah, I just think for me this one made the most sense. Wally and Barry are kind of hard though, so I did struggle a bit with this one, but I think ultimately I really loved this pick.
Okay.
I'm not mad at it.
Not what I was expecting, but
not what I was expecting at all. But I'm not mad at it. You
told you I went there.
That's why you said. Well, I said dark features. I'm a hair color.
No, but yeah, like I went completely different from like prototypical Barry Wally type of dynamics. Though he does
obviously, yeah.
I think he can still bring that energy, and that's why I quickly added Wallace to this image, because you may look and like, yeah, he looks nothing like Wally, but there's precedent here.
Yeah.
Smart.
Interesting. My only retort, and the only reason it's been hard for me for not just that character, many characters right now with Shameik, is I've watched that Wu-Tang series and I cannot unsee him as fuck. Was he playing?
Shit.
Oh, the cook, the chef.
Yeah.
Fuck.
But you're right.
It's
now
hard. It's so hard.
It just sort of went right to it.
Yeah, he's so good in it too.
That series as a whole is good.
The series is great.
He played Keery, right?
That's Raekwon. Raekwon the chef.
Raekwon the chef. Yep, there you go. He played Raekwon, and that's he did. He put himself in it.
Now that you said it,
it's hard to unsee it. Now, maybe obviously he's got to play himself out of it, because like in Dope he was great, and that's a very different person than when he played as Raekwon. Like, very different people.
It just so happened that obviously Wu-Tang came out after that, so like whatever. If I would have saw him as his character in Dope,
it's all recency biases. That's all it is. Yeah. It's hard for me to see that.
He's got range though.
No, for real.
He does.
He does. It's crazy though. I gotta unsee it to get that back in.
Ooh,
sorry.
You are right.
For me, just okay.
No, that was my reasoning. I don't know how many people actually watch the Wu-Tang series. So.
Haven't seen Dope. Haven't seen Wu-Tang.
Wow.
So
the only experience with this guy is probably Spider-Verse.
Yep.
We just heard his voice. Interesting.
Yeah, just Spider-Verse and him like campaigning to play Miles in real life.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'll take Wally.
I like that. No, I'm saying for that energy, like that. To play a superhero, he would love to do it.
Oh hell yeah!
And,
Who wouldn't?
And what I'm saying, like he's already done the voice of a superhero. I would want to give him this. I would like to see what he does with it.
Yeah, I think
I feel like it works better.
Miles,
yeah, so I say it works better than Miles.
Yeah.
So I would like that for him, and I'm going off of Spider-Verse and just him wanting to play a superhero really bad. And I think that would be really cool. And honestly, he's the best choice out of the other ones. I can see him. I can't see the other ones. So yeah. So
shameless.
You haven't even watched Stranger Things. You don't even know.
It's not gonna work.
Hey, come on, go watch it now and tell me to change your mind.
I'm doing the rest of this in protest.
As someone who has seen Stranger Things, I don't know about picking. I keep thinking his name is Steve Harrington. That's what he plays on Stranger Things.
Steve the Hair Harrington. That applies here. It's fine.
It works.
But it's like, it's tough because he's made such a huge impression. Excuse me. As Steve Harrington, and like people are like rooting for him and like hoping that everything works out for him at the end and all this stuff. And then I saw like him in a Taco Bell commercial right after that. So outside of those two roles, I guess you could say, I don't know. I feel like Shameik Moore is the most interesting cast that I've seen. If we can run through all of them real quick to make sure that I've seen everybody. But I think Shameik Moore is the most interesting of the 4 picks I've seen.
We're gonna run through it. We're gonna try and keep this brief. Matt Bomer.
Mhm.
This is AJ's first pick. Little old, so he did give us a backup one with Jonathan Bailey from Bridgerton. I assume again these are Barry Allen, and then Kyle
Joel.
Kestis.
Cameron Monaghan. Yes, we have the name, and we're gonna.
Nope. Steve Harrington.
Oh,
Keery.
Joe Keery.
Joe
Joe Keery.
The best Spider-Man.
Miles Morales. You know.
I think he's a little old to play Miles as well.
He's older than
As
Tom
much as
Holland,
I-
by the way.
As much as I want that for him, I don't see it. I don't see it happening.
The closest he can get is if they make a live action segment in Spider-Verse and he's allowed to play it there. But MCU, yeah,
I
he's
can
too
see
old.
that. Yeah.
Mhm.
Or if they age Miles up for some reason or something, I don't know, maybe. But as Wallace, though, I think there's potential. I'd be interested to see that.
Might be
I haven't really I'm not big into the comic books. I don't know if your audience knows this, Mike. I've definitely said it on GVN a billion times, but I'm not big into the comic books and stuff. So seeing these different characters, I didn't even know there was a Wallace that was Flash at one point. So
they're
I'm
both
just
his nephews. Both of them. That's even weirder. Iris has a brother, 2 brothers, right? No, yeah, 2 of them, and they both named them. One was Wally, and one was Wallace, named after I think their was it grandfather or something like that. I think
George Foreman did it. All his kids are George, and
He
his daughter is
did.
Georgina.
Damn.
Very true.
Yeah.
Isaac in the comments. Just curious. I assume this is a typo, so I'm going to fix it for you. If Wally West would be the Flash, who would you cast as Linda Park West?
Flash. To be honest, I didn't even catch that. I just assumed Wally West with it. I didn't even catch it.
Yeah.
Flash.
I didn't read that far. I'm like, if Flash would be the Flash.
So, Linda, good question. Not sure.
Yeah,
Think about that.
I would have to think about that, right?
If we're going with Shameik, I'm going to just do my man a favor and just make Haley Steinfeld Linda. There you go. You're welcome.
Help him out.
Helping the brother out.
I didn't think that far, like you said.
Good on you. Good on you.
Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like and subscribe so you don't miss a thing. And click the notification bell, right? You gotta make sure you're aware of when we're going live. Again, it's every Monday and Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern time. If there's any topics, any news topics, any fan castings, again, any fun topics like this you want us to do, let us know in the comments below. If you want us to do things like the Justice League Dark, the Titans, the Teen Titans, we can do stuff like that. We can go to the Marvel side. We can talk about who we want to play the Fantastic Four, since that apparently will never get cast, it seems like. But yeah, again, thank you guys so much for joining us on this journey. And if you want to watch the full live stream, link in the description down below. You won't miss a thing. There's some exclusive stuff in that stream that is not making it into these highlights, so you may want to check that out so you don't miss them. All right, guys. Thanks again. Keep watching movies. Peace.